cable for a second here. All right, so we really apologize for the technical difficulties. This is the second week in a row that this computer has had them. Yeah, this is not great. All right, so all right, so this is working. Back down to the play area overlay thing. All right, back down to here. All right, cool. We have a match. All right, we have a match. Great, we're live. Okay, so on the left we have Greg Schaefer. Yeah.
I saw that it was an error.
We're good. Okay, yeah. So we're back. 100% back. So we have Greg Schaefer on the left.
And he's playing Bant Nightfall.
Okay, and who's on the right here? This is Noah Smithier. Mm-hmm. And what's he playing? Do we know?
We don't know. Something with Swamp?
Great. Mm-hmm. Swamp, good card.
Actually, not a whole lot of decks open up on basic Swamp, right? This might be a...
I see blue cards.
Ooh, this looks like
Adnaz. Yeah. Okay.
Gemstone Cavern. Typically...
Gemstone Mine.
Gemstone Mine, yeah, excuse me.
Yeah, Gemstone Mine typically means Adnaz. So Greg here going to fetch shock, go down to 16.
And this is one of the decks that can really punish ad nauseum, right? Neither Reliquary here is just going to be a 4/4 and potentially can be, get out of control really quickly.
I mean, this might even be better, though, because Kasali Pride Mage is a very real card against Adnos.
Right. Noah didn't start with, suspend Lotus Bloom turn 1 or anything.
Mm-hmm. But, like, this is good against Phyrexian Unlife. This is good against almost everything. Yeah.
For our current viewers here, if you can see everything in the stream functioning, send us a message in chat. We want to just make sure that like the audio and video are working properly for everyone.
Yeah. So this is an attack with the Pride Mage. This is going to put Noah down to 16 here because of the Exalted trigger. Another fetch lane and a pass. Greg holding up what looks like double Collected Company.
Okay, excellent. Welcome back, guys. Sorry for the technical issues.
Yeah. So Noah thinking about his options here, but like theoretically, Greg can just go fetch Coco and almost kill you, right?
Yeah, just about. If Greg can hit neither Reliquaries, even one,
right?
It's going to be an enormous amount of damage,
right? And this is the thing with Adnaz is like. Yeah, so so he's gonna shock for this.
Yeah, you really want to be playing like Pentat Prism, Lotus Bloom, something.
Even if it's just gonna get destroyed here, like you're not going off until you get to 6 mana because you can go Angel's Grace, Adnos, kill you.
Right.
But here's the Coco. Noah's gonna be like, please. I'm not in love with the Coco.
All right. Greg has had quite a bit of success with Collecting Company, and we'll see if it...
you mean in previous...
in previous decks.
Okay, so you got Tireless Trackers 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. Looks like a bird. Maybe another... I don't know what the middle card is, and I think there's a Selfless Spirit on the far side. So he's just going to get double Tireless Tracker. Standard All-Star, by the way.
Yeah,
good card.
Worst comes to worst, this is add 6 to 8 power on board, right? If Greg just plays a land, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks even better. It looks like we're going to get 4 clues here.
Whew, all right. Greg's just like, all right, I'm basically playing standard right now, right?
So Greg can put Noah... I mean, he has 2 turn lethal right now.
Right. Yeah, he's got 8 power exactly.
Yeah, without cracking any clues or anything fancy.
Yeah, so, like, Noah has to, like, have double Spirit Guide here? Land double Spirit Guide and a white source for Angel's Grace.
Right.
And go and untap, draw. Because Greg also has Coco again at the end of turn for super lethal, right?
So there's the ad nauseum.
Oh, wow. Does he have this?
We need...
Oh, no, he can't do it because double Spirit Guide isn't good enough.
Double Spirit Guide is not good enough.
But if he has 2 Angel's Graces, he can buy another turn.
Right.
Ooh. Spooky.
I see 2 Peer Through Depths in Noah's hand.
Right. End of turn looks like Greg is going to cast another Coco. Yeah. So I think Noah is his line here is Angel's Grace this turn into also Peer Through Depths. And does he have Adnaz?
He has Adnaz in hand.
So he needs land, right? He needs land. If he has land, he wins. Because he has Spirit Guide too. So he goes Spirit Guide plus land for Adnaz and white off the mind for Angel's Grace.
Right. So he needs a double Angel's Grace.
He does have double Grace though. I saw it.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah.
So then he can Angel's Grace and then just land wins the game.
I love Adnaz so much. I lost to Adnaz this weekend actually. He just drew Adnaz and had it exact.
If Greg
Here we go.
So
so much power.
Yeah, there are some lines where if you have if you have Cure and Spell's Guide, you can't lose.
Yeah.
But yeah, Greg just turn him sideways.
I mean, he can't really do anything else.
Right.
He doesn't have Spell Queller or anything. Spell Queller wouldn't even help.
I don't think there's a land that you can get with Knight of the Reliquary that would be relevant here.
There's no counter spell on a land, right?
No.
So.
No, it's gonna go ahead and.
I think he's gonna take 2 to do this too. Uncounterable Peer. Actually, I like this play a lot, because.
Greg's gonna remember his Voice of Resurgence trigger.
Sure.
If your opponent offers you a free 7/7, you take the free 7/7.
Correct. So there's an Adnaz there, but I think he just does need. Ooh, no. Ooh, this is real. So that Boseiju is gonna be bad for him, right?
Oh, right.
Because he'll go to 1 and you can't pay life for the Boseiju.
Yeah.
So I think Noah needs triple Angel's Grace now to live.
Mm-hmm.
And yep, slam that Angel's Grace. You go to 1. Yep. Greg getting a second voice trigger.
Mm-hmm. And Noah's gonna fall to 1.
But now he can't actually do it.
Yeah, the Boseiju's
gonna punish him.
punishing.
This is not a card that you see main deck all the time. Sometimes this is in the board.
Right. The problem with Boseiju is Noah does have a live draw. If he draws Urborg right here.
Nope. Drew Lewis Bloom.
Drew Lewis Bloom.
I think he might be on the plan of Angel's Grace again. Pay 1 mana? Yeah, so he's not going for it now. He has to slate here.
Well, he can't go for it, right?
Right.
He doesn't have the mana for it.
That's true. So he needs to find land. And that's all I can say. Mm-hmm. Lotus Petal Pentad Prism. I don't think that's what you... Well, oh no, he's going to scoop it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's right. Because you need to draw... Well, if you play Pentad Prism, does it work maybe?
No, because he didn't have 2
and also there's a Pride Mage.
Yes.
We had Swamp Gemstone Mine, right? So he did have 2 colors.
But he needed the Gemstone Mine for Angel's Grace.
Right, and if you put that mana on the Prism instead, it just gets Pride Mage. Okay.
Right. If
so that's going to do it for game 1. Just ban Nightfall, massive clock.
Yeah, I mean, just put creatures... Noah with an incredibly slow draw.
Yeah, that's true. If he had Pentad Prisms earlier, he wins that for sure.
I think part of the problem was that it wasn't that Noah's hand was bad. It was that his mana was awkward.
Right.
Because let's not forget, his first 2 lands were Swamp into Boseiju.
Right.
Which means that he couldn't cast any of the Peer Through Depths in hand.
Yeah, so that is a rough loss. Just sort of the deck beating him almost.
Right. Which again, this is one of those kind of decks that you kind of price into losing some percentage of games, just because
Absolutely.
your deck doesn't function.
Yeah, and I mean I think that this is really good for Greg because now he gets to bring in all his interaction, right?
Right.
He's not afraid of.
We can see the top card. There's at least a negate. Greg looking at the Blessed
so
Alliance. I've also on Jeskai Control. I've played this against this deck and just gained enough life that it no longer could get Lightning Stormed.
Oh yeah, because they have a finite number of lands, so they flip their deck over. They probably have 15, 16 lands that they can put on the Lightning Storm.
Right.
That's a lot of damage, though.
If the game goes late, though, you can also cards that are playable in this deck. Scavenging Ooze. Excuse me, not Scavenging Ooze. Spellskite. All of a sudden, causes adds the Scavenging Ooze excuse me, Spellskite effectively adds on an additional, requires an additional 5 or 6 land.
Yeah, because they can redirect a Spellskite a bunch of times.
Right, and you can just Spellskite down to 1.
Right. Yeah. No. Absolutely.
So Spellskite himself. Also, Spellskite and Cure means that you cannot lose the Lightning Storm.
Yes, this is true. Good point. We'll put Kira up here.
Yeah. There's also a second kill in Ad Nauseam with Lab Maniac.
Yeah.
You can name a card that's not in your deck and deck yourself with
spoils. See, the thing is that Noah isn't playing spoils though. I think it's a choice. The choice of the deck is Peer versus spoils, and he's not playing that. So
yeah, if we're only on the Lightning Storm kill, there's a lot that can interact with that.
Absolutely. I mean, you know what's crazy? I guess if you have Pact, this doesn't matter, but you can theoretically Spell Queller or Lightning Storm.
Yes, but
if he's a person who knows what he's doing, he'll just.
Yeah, I don't know how you get around the 3 Pact Negations in hand.
He might have taken some of them out. Yeah, I think that. I mean, I've seen. I like the. I mean, he's taking out some number of pacts here. But I like the spoils version of this deck just a little bit more, just because spoils is crazy.
Yeah, being able to spoils for a pact negation if you need it, or a spoils for Angel's Grace.
Spoils for Angel's Grace is really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
This weekend actually, I was playing Grixis Delver. I played Adnos twice, and the spoils had killed me one game, and then the other game he was at 11 and he flipped like 15 cards and didn't find it.
I mean, I've certainly played against players as well where you cast Angel's Grace and spoils for Ad Nauseam, and then you flip both of your win conditions, and all of a sudden you just lose on the spot.
I mean, but well. That's the thing with the deck, right? Is like sometimes the Ad Nauseam is the second card down and you just win.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I think that spoils is like much more high variance, but like frankly, like you're playing Ad Naus, right? Like you sometimes just have to be.
You have to accept.
You just have to be YOLO and hope that there's an Ad Naus on top. Current match record needs to go the other way as Greg Schaefer is up a game here. Haven't seen Schaefer around too much lately.
Yeah, it's good to see him back. He's a regular in the shop. Plays mostly Legacy now.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. But yeah, joining us for Modern tonight.
But yeah, well, we'll see how this goes post sideboard. I've got to imagine that post sideboard this just becomes better for Greg, right?
Oh, I mean the thing is like anytime you can replace like Tireless Trackers with Negate against Adnos, like feels pretty good.
I mean, Tireless Tracker didn't even just as a 3/2 body did not look terrible, right? You Coco, here's 6 power.
Right. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but you'd figure you'd just like rather have the Negate in hand.
Sure.
Like your pressure is, as long as your pressure is consistent, like you're gonna get them.
Right.
So looking at the hand here, he has the Lightning Storm, has an Unlife, a Gemstone Mine, Sleight of Hand, Plains, Echoing Truth. This is like a very actually I don't know anything about Adnos. Chat, is this hand keepable? Tear Belch, Unified Will. I actually love that card. I think that card is probably underplayed. It's just like better counterspell if you own more creatures than them.
Right.
Like, pretty nice.
It's insane in matchups like this.
It's really good when you're playing Merfolk.
Yeah, but there's also, on occasion where...
You lose because of this card?
Yeah.
This card not being like Mana Leak or something, right? So yeah, gonna put 2... I'm gonna cast a Sleight of Hand. Top 2 cards.
Oh,
Double Lotus Bloom. So like, really easy choice there.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll take a Lotus Bloom.
Suspend Lotus Bloom turn 1 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Go. And it turns out that, the deck that can play Black Lotus does pretty well.
Yeah, Black Lotus. Confirmed good.
No way. I don't believe it. Hierarch here for Greg. Draws Watery Grave. Pretty good for the... But, I don't know. He doesn't really have any dig power left, right? Like, this is... He's sort of at the mercy of the top of his deck.
Yeah, he's currently looking for both pieces as a combo, right? He's looking for... Oh, no, he has a Phyrexian Unlife. So he's really just looking for Ad Nauseam.
Right, but, he doesn't have any way to dig for it, does he?
Does not appear so. He will have...
I think he also might have missed his Bloom Trigger.
Yeah, it looks like he did miss the Bloom Trigger. So instead of this being Bloom coming off on turn 4, this would be turn 5 instead.
Right. Here's another Hierarch from Greg. Play a breeding pool, shock himself to 18. 2 mana, Voice of Resurgence. So this voice will attack as a 4/4.
Yeah, this is a pretty big clock here.
I think he's thinking about responding to the... Oh, he's thinking about maybe... I actually don't know what's going on.
Okay, so...
Is he gonna Echoing Truth something? He's gonna Spirit Guide Echoing Truth something.
Yes, Echoing Truth, the Noble Hierarchs? Okay.
Okay.
I don't hate this.
It slows down Greg's mana quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. If he was going to do this, though, I would have...
Done it on upkeep?
No, because...
Ooh, wow, okay, he just drew the Adnos, so we're like... I mean, sacrifice this, but... Oh, wait, okay. So we're just going to win the game in 2 turns.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate, because if Noah didn't miss his trigger, he just wins next turn.
Yep, 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is actually kind of crazy. Black Lotus is going to be insane. He's just going to flip his whole deck over, and barring Greg having Kasali Pride Mage, like, immediately, I think Noah just wins.
Right. Just follow up with chat here. Triggers, even if they don't say may, so long as if we have missed a point where they would have been relevant, if they're a detrimental trigger, well, if they're a beneficial trigger, which, for example, the Lotus Bloom removing a suspend counter would be, in competitive RL, your opponent would be given the option of whether or not he wants the trigger to be placed on the stack.
Right.
It seems unlikely that Greg wants this Lotus Bloom to come off a suspend faster. Although, there are scenarios where, sometimes you want them to get the trigger, and, depending on the context of your hand.
Sure, but, like, moving your opponent closer to Black Lotus?
Usually not great. Usually not great.
In most cases, not great. So, Greg looks like he's going to fetch shock here. So he has the option to, like, play double Hierarch and...
Yeah, he does...
Hit for 4?
Yeah, he has a turn here where he can take off because he doesn't need to fight over anything next turn.
Yeah, I don't even know if he can fight if he wanted to, though.
Right.
This is just going to be an attack for 3. Now we're going to go to 17. 2 more mana. Scavenging Ooze, go.
Okay.
Trigger. Oh, no. So, yeah. So, this is Lotus Bloom to 1. Noah's going to draw a card. So, like, that's a Boseiju again.
Okay.
So, like, okay. So, Greg's out here is to draw Spell Queller and Queller the Bloom.
Yes.
Oh, did he... Is that it? Oh, wow. Am I, like, psychic? I don't know. I can't tell. If he's going to tap mana, though, it isn't Spell... I can't tell what that is.
That looks like a Kasich Wolf, right?
Oh, no!
Okay.
Oh, it's not that. Oh, wow. Okay, so I think, yeah, Greg is just going to die.
Yeah, it looks like Greg will be dead on... I'll keep it next turn. Well, I mean, I guess Noah might as well go to main, draw.
Might as well draw a card, see
Yeah.
what's up. But yeah, we are going to see a man turn hit.
Ooh.
Oh,
right.
well. Well, this is real, folks. Greg with the top deck Pride Mage.
Yeah.
And this is an attack for 4. Hit you for 4. No, hit you for...
hit
you for 5.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, the Pride Mage is really good. Kill your Unlife. And now you have to find a new way to win the game.
Yeah, now if you draw Angel's Grace, you win the game.
He drew Drown in Sorrow?
That looks like a Drown.
Looks uncastable without the Black Lotus.
This is so unfortunate.
But it's so good.
Noah had the kill last turn.
But it's so
Yeah.
good.
So Noah, quickly doing some math. Let's not forget, with a red source, this Kasich is threatening quite a bit of damage here.
Yeah, but you know what else is really threatening? Is when I Drown in Sorrow your whole board. The
yes.
Scavenging Ooze lives. Because he can Hierarch the Pride Mage. But...
It feels so bad to have to crack the Lotus Bloom.
I know, but dude, you're dead. You're dead otherwise. No.
I don't think this is lethal.
It might not be. But yeah, this is, I mean...
So,
that Lotus Bloom trigger might cost Noah the match.
Yeah, because he could have done all of this last turn, right?
Right.
And now this Lotus Bloom.
No, the Lotus Bloom is in play. He didn't miss the last trigger, guys.
Yeah.
We're talking about he missed the first trigger on it, which meant that he just got sort of.
He could have done this a whole turn earlier. In the extra turn he gave Greg, Greg managed to play
Kasali Pride
and blow up the
Unlife.
Yeah, it's also important that Greg blew up the Unlife when he did. Because a lot of people forget that the ad nauseam combo is all at instant speed.
Right.
So if you try to like get fancy and blow up later, Noah could respond to the Pride
Right,
Mage
you have
and
to
just
do
win.
it when they don't have the ability to cast ad nauseam, because otherwise they'll be like, cool, thanks for like telling me it's in the clear, and just like flip their whole deck over.
Right. The last opportunity Greg had to kill the Phyrexian Unlife would have been in response to casting Lotus Bloom. Would have been the last opportunity to do so. But
well, could he not kill it in response to Adnos?
He goes, but Noah probably would not have gone for it, right? If he goes for it, he just loses.
That's true. I guess everything is on board too. So Greg is gonna fetch up the Stomping Ground.
Okay, so let's look how much damage this is. This is currently +4. So Ooze is gonna attack as a 3/3, get 2 prowess triggers.
Exalted triggers.
Exalted
to
triggers.
5/5.
Go to 5, and then.
So he can attack for 9.
Yes, this is gonna be an attack for 9.
Assuming he just like decides to dump all his mana on it. But I guess like so this is just an attack for 5, right? Activate, pump the voice for 2. No, pump the skews.
Doesn't matter. Yeah,
pump for 2. This is an attack for 6.
Yeah, because there are only.
It's a 2-turn clock. Okay.
Yeah, because there are only 2 exalted triggers. You might as well attack with the voice. Yeah, in case Noah had like a Path to Exile here or something.
Yeah. I mean, get the trigger, but.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So untap draw. Draw Slaughter Pact. Probably not good enough.
All right. That's...
I mean, Slaughter Pact the Scoos, drown your board, leave him with a 1/1. I guess that still attacks for 2 or for 3 because you have. Yeah, he just says go, but is he dead?
He may be dead. Noah
maybe just YOLOing this Adnos off at 6 life. I actually don't know what his plan is.
His plan is to Slaughter Pact the
Scoos.
thing that the Keswick is targeting.
Oh, sure. And then hope he draws Angel's Grace.
Right.
And then lose trigger on the stack from Slaughter Pact.
So let's
Slaughter Pact. Zorch.
So in response to this, Greg can just Keswick whatever he's not targeting.
Right? Yeah, so you like let
game.
this go a little too. I think he has a counterspell too. I think that might be a Unified Will, but we'll see. Scoos down. I mean, you can just pump the voice though, right? And it's fine.
Yeah, you can just pump the voice, and this is just lethal here.
Yeah, I think Noah had to wait.
Yeah. Alternatively, Noah last turn could have cracked the Lotus Bloom, and then cast Drought and Sorrow,
Yeah.
and then Slaughter Pact the token.
Okay, so that's gonna do it. Greg Schaefer gets it 2-0. Gets it 2-0 over Noah Smithier on Adnos. Unfortunate for Noah because it looked like he did have that second game locked up until he missed the Lotus Bloom trigger, and Greg was able to draw out of it with Kasali Pride Mage. Yeah, so interesting match. The Nightfall deck getting there. Most of the time you'd think that it would be unfavored. In game 1, the acceleration didn't line up for Noah. In game 2, just like again, just a turn off of just flipping his deck over and throwing all the lands at his opponent. Dan is out of the booth. Gonna see if we can get ourselves one more match this round. If you're sticking with us, thanks for doing so. I know we dropped a bunch of people because the stream crashed. That's never great. But the old workhorse is, grinding again. And, yeah. So I believe the rule here, guys, is the triggers are, like, Prowess and Exalted need to be acknowledged as soon as they would, like, affect the game state. So you're like, if you attack with a Swift Spear and you give it a Prowess trigger, you don't have to say that the Prowess trigger happened until you go to damage. Theoretically. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a judge, but Dan is, so we'll ask Dan when he comes back. So we're going to get 2 more people sitting down at the table here. All right, Dan, who are we watching?
We're going to be watching an Eldrazi mirror. We got Alex Perez.
Oh, yeah.
I
love it.
Playing the deck he always plays, Bant Eldrazi. But his opponent...
Is this game 3, by the way?
This is game 3.
Okay.
His opponent, Vince, is actually just on blue-white Eldrazi. So he's...
so flashback to the bad old days.
Yeah, flashback to the good old days. The bad old days, please. The good old days.
Dude, I tried to play Supreme Verdict decks in that meta. It wasn't good. It really wasn't good.
Yeah, so the major pieces that are going to be missing from this are Ancient Stirrings and Noble Hierarch.
Oh, so what's the appeal then?
You get more space for colorless stuff.
Okay.
So your mana can be you can afford to play Waste, for example. You can also play cards like Matter Reshaper. I think everyone now is off of the Mimic plan.
Yeah, the Mimic plan doesn't seem good.
Mimics were a lot better when they were free.
Yes.
When you actually have to tap land for a Mimic, it feels less good.
Absolutely. We'll pull up Eldrazi Mimic here. Herald of, this card was the herald of people getting bashed for 8 on turn 2 because you'd go, I Mimic, Temple, Thought Not, 8 you, Thought Seize you,
Yeah.
kill you.
That's great.
It's a turn 3 kill.
I mean, theoretically, there are turn 1 kills in the deck.
I mean, if you go... No, there's no way there's a turn 1.
Sure. You need a Simian Spirit Guide.
Is it like... Wait.
Just play 3 Mimics on turn 1.
That's a turn 2 kill, though.
Oh, is that what I said?
You said turn 1.
Oh, no, there are no turn 1 kills with Eldrazi.
Jeez, I was like, where's the haste?
As good as it is, there are no turn 1s.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Noah is playing a version with a Flicker Wisp as well.
Oh, so he's like on Eldrazi Flicker things. All right.
Yeah, it looks like maybe blue-white Eldrazi Taxes, perhaps.
Oh, yeah.
He could be playing like Thalias and whatnot. But start with a Temple.
So Temple Aether Vial. Okay, so this is probably blue-white Eldrazi Taxes then, right?
Right. Flicker Wisp is so much better when you can Violet it.
Yes. Legacy All-Star. See some reasonable play in Modern, but 3/1 flyer lets you flicker things.
Mm-hmm.
Flicker Wisp. Yeah, so starting on Temple here, Alex gonna have a Temple of his own. Oh yeah, the turn 2 Thought Knot, boys. It's like we never left January 2015. Gonna look at the hand here. Gonna see 3 lands, Blessed Alliance, Thought Knot, Flicker Wisp. If you're Alex, what are you targeting?
So the Blessed Alliance means that you don't have any good attacks going forward, right? You're gonna lose the Thought Knot if you attack with it.
I mean, you just attack with both?
Yeah, I mean, having the knowledge about it is the most important part, right?
Right.
Now that you know he's attacking, you can just make
He's gonna take the Thought Knot.
Yeah, this is the only card that really does anything. The Flicker Wisp
doesn't do a lot on its own.
Doesn't do a lot.
Like, blink my Aether Vial is pretty bad.
Yeah, if he wants to Blessed Alliance your way your Noble Hierarch and spend his turn doing that, fine.
Completely fine.
Yeah, and this plays around, if Noah had, drawn a Temple, he could get
Spell Queller in hand for Noah. Spell Queller, funnily enough, gets around Cavern Souls. Because it exiles the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Wizards in their infinite wisdom decided that...
Oh, and this also isn't Noah. This is Vince.
This is Vince,
Hanshin.
correct.
This is my bad. I forgot to fix the names.
Okay, so Alex, remembering Noah's Blessed Alliance, and attacks with both creatures.
Gonna take 4.
Mm-hmm. I would be actually tempted to fire off the Blessed Alliance.
Just to get it up?
Because it's unlikely that you're ever going to have a good window to do this, right?
This is just a Sky Spore.
Right, like, at least there you could have killed a Noble Hierarch.
Mm-hmm.
Here, like, what, you're going to kill... It's the same situation next turn, except, maybe you kill a Scion?
Right, yeah. So a draw here is another Temple, but there's no big Eldrazi in this hand for this to power out. So it looks like it's just in a Darker Wastes, and probably going to be a passing of the turn. Maybe you hope to Spell Quell or something, or Blessed Alliance. But like I agree with you. This does not seem... Like, Alex seems like he's very much winning right now.
Right, and this is why you take the Thought Knot. It's the only card that really matters. And without it, like, Vince's hand is just pretty much non-functional, right? He has double Tempo, so he has, the Soul Lands, but nothing to play into. He could have played a Reality Smasher this turn.
Right, I mean, yeah, if he had a... And this is the thing with, like, the non... I guess, like, with a non-Bant deck where you're also trying to play a little bit more taxing with Aether Vials and stuff, is like, you're not as just, like, full-on,
yeah, the tax portion is...
Smasher? This game might be over pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Alex just sits there like, all right, dude, bring it. Swing.
We're
5, 8, 12. Spell Queller, eat the flyer? Pray? One of the above?
I mean, that's currently the best play, right? Spell Queller, eat your Sky Spawner.
I don't like it at all.
Next turn, we have outs to like draw Drowner.
You can also like
Stabilize
you can
combat.
also flicker wisp off the vial and like blink the Smasher before combat, just to like give him another turn. I don't think you want to blink the Thought Knot though.
No, that seems bad. I think the only draw that Vince has is he has to find a Drowner next turn.
Right, he's gonna take a pain to do this.
Go to 15.
Squeller.
Okay. Eat the Sky Spawner, I guess?
No, he's gonna jump under the Thought Knot.
He's going to
buzz?
jump over the Thought. How do we win if we do this?
I don't know about that. Okay, so he's gonna take 8, go to 7.
Okay.
I mean, I guess he draws like Wrath of God.
Okay, if he
I don't think he's gonna have Wrath of God, Dan. He has a Ghost Quarter and the Temple.
He must have been drawing toward Wrath of God, right? So there's two lines you can take. Either you draw toward Drowner or...
He's gonna go for the Ghost Quarter play. All right, get in there. Take your Eldrazi Temple. So now he has blink your...
No, blink your Drowner is
Not blink your Drowner. Blink your Smasher.
Blink your Smasher, block the Thought Knot, take 3.
And also cast Blessed Alliance. This is why I liked holding up the Ghost Quarter, though, because... Alex can still cast basically everything because he has a Scion and stuff, and then you could that 4th land you could gain 4 life off of Alliance.
Yeah, Vince is like hard drawing toward Wrath Effect now.
Yeah, but he also doesn't have an untap. Or I guess if he has actual Wrath of God, he's fine. But okay, so Alex now is gonna go Ghost Quarter your Temple.
Okay, so now
You Ghost Quarter mine, I Ghost Quarter yours.
so now our Drowner outs are gone. Before we had the outs to Drowner of Hope and like chaining those.
Right, yeah, but no, that's not an option anymore.
That's gone now.
I mean, I like not doing the Ghost Quarter play if I'm Vince, just because you don't like gaining 4 life off of Alliance is going to be relevant.
Right. Also, if he had eaten the Sky Spawner, I mean, he takes 2 more damage, but he has an additional
Attack with
blocker this
everything.
turn.
Right, yeah, no, I agree. He has another blocker. So, Violin Flicker Wisp.
Yeah, the Flicker Wisp was mandatory, right? And we're hoping that
I think you have to just go Flicker Wisp Blessed Alliance.
Yep. Blessed Alliance gain 4, and hope he draws into Wrath after that.
I don't even know if he has Wrath in his deck, though. This is a deck that plays so many creatures. Blessed Alliance, sack a creature. Alex is going to be like, cool, remove exactly... Oh, wait, no, he's just going to gain 4 life.
Gain 4 life, yeah. Because El sack a creature is, you sack a Noble Hierarch or you sack a Scion or something.
Wham! Flicker Wisp. Yeah, I really don't like that Thought Knot block.
Yeah, it's
Blink
just...
this.
If you make that block, all of a sudden, you have no route to...
Take 3, go to 9.
Your route to victory is much slimmer.
I mean, he's literally has to just draw Wrath of God for turn.
Yeah.
Smasher comes back.
Okay.
Untap.
Supreme Verdict or Wrath of God. Let's go.
Drew Path.
That's a path that is not good enough, I don't think.
I mean, it gives him another turn. He's at 9.
Ooh, that's a Prairie Stream.
Yep.
Interesting.
Comes in untapped. But so he's at 9, so he can path the Smasher, pitch the Temple, take 8, go to 1, draw Wrath? Question marks?
Yeah.
Here's the attacks though. Hierarch also just gonna get in there. Path, target Smasher, pitch this. Alex says okay. Take. I mean, assuming we've done our math right.
Does it take 7, go to 2?
Take 7, go to 2. It's fine. It's fine. Alex does have the 3rd basic.
Which is a little ambitious.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
especially since
I'll be honest though. Like, I think that Alex Perez has like the most reps on this deck of any single person I know.
I'm curious whether or not Alex has a waste, right? Because if we look on the board right now, I mean, I guess he has 2 color sources plus the Scion.
Draw a step.
Is it?
Are you dead? He says go.
Alright, I don't think there's anything that he can violin at 3 that does this. Unless his hit. No,
If it's Flicker Wisp.
if it's Cryptic Command,
Oh.
he doesn't lose the game.
Cryptic Command, though? In this deck, it's not Cryptic Command, Dan.
And we're past the point of Cryptic Command.
I mean, Vile Flicker Wisp buys you another turn. Oh, that's going to do it. All right, Alex Perez going to get this 2-1 on Bant Eldrazi over Blue-White Eldrazi taxes. Just doing, like, more Eldrazi things
Yeah,
than Vince.
I mean, much like how these matchups go, Alex just had more gas. Vince kept a hand of, just non-Eldrazi's. He had a hand of, Flicker Wisp, Aether Vial, Blessed Alliance.
Right.
And that was, compared to a hand of, Noble Hierarch into Thoughtnot into Sky Spawner.
Yeah, and I don't know. The Aether Vials, I think, like, they're when they're good, they're very good. But, like, they just weren't great.
Well, I mean, you're already cheating on mana, right? Do we need even more effects that cheat on mana?
Yeah, I mean, this is, I think, like, I think the other deck that sort of plays in this style is the Black-White Eldrazi Taxes deck.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that just, like, has better, like, Wasteland Strangler plays, and Leonin Arbiter Ghost Quarter.
Right, you're doing something with the Vial.
Right.
That you have more options.
Well, not only that, but I just think that, like, your support color to the white just does more.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, wow, those are Mirran Crusaders. Meddling Mages and Blessed Alliances. I'm not a huge fan of the Mirran Crusaders because I don't think that there's actually that many, like, you're attacking through Noble Hierarch anyways.
Yeah, it might be an issue of trying to do too many things.
Yeah, agreed.
Because, the Eldrazi is naturally, like, a powerful show. The tax show is obviously very powerful as well. But, like, you're cutting certain pieces of each one in order to, like, get them both jammed into one deck.
Mm-hmm.
And, this combination of, Vince drew 2 Vials, which are just dead draws, late.
Absolutely.
He doesn't have Ancient Stirrings to redraw. And kind of saw the consequences of that.
Do you want to go check real quick, see if there's maybe one more Brave Soul who's in Game 3? I mean, I don't know if, like there's no way that Wild finished 3 games, right? So Dan is out of the booth again. Gonna look for maybe one more match. I want to believe, but we'll see if we can get one. If not, we might take a short break just because, like, I'm trying to eat some, get some water, and maybe a snack before round 4. But thanks everyone for sticking with us tonight. I know we had some technical difficulties in the middle there, but so far, other than that, we've seen some pretty entertaining matches of Modern. And yeah, thanks for being with us here on a Wednesday night. So both players going to get up. Veritivs or Veritivs. Sorry, I had bad pronunciation. I think he did, and I think I'm not super on board with that plan. I don't know. I guess it, like, kills Thoughtnot or trades with Thoughtnot in combat, but other than that, I really don't see the purpose of such a such a card in this matchup. So yeah, I'm just gonna do some resetting of the overlays here. Yeah, so I mean, again, interesting match. I haven't actually seen that blue-white Eldrazi deck being played very much, so I'm somewhat unfamiliar with what it does. But like Dan said, I think it might be pulling itself in a few too many directions. Like, you have Spell Quellers, but you also presumably have Reality Smashers in there. So yeah, interesting. The fact that Dan has been gone for so long, though, means that he might be, like, cajoling people into going to another, and cajoling people to go over to the table and, like, jam some magic for us. Thanks to Will Nye to Science Guy for the follow. Ambiguebot, Eldrazi not like this is, that I think it might have been more appropriate like a year ago in January, but it's still, sometimes you see it and you're just, exactly that emotion. Yeah, so I'm gonna do some more overlay resets. Yeah, no, okay. So Dan is back, and he's given me the sad head shake, which means that there currently is nobody else.
There's no one who's in between games. It looks like everyone's kind of wrapping up game 3.
Oh, for sure.
There are a couple of players that blue white like Suntide and Demaria stuff. So
of course.
Yeah. So it looks like we'll have a couple minutes before we go into round 4.
Yeah. So I mean, are there any? I mean, we could take a short break. We've been going.
We've been going for a couple hours here. Why don't we cut to a short break?
6. Yeah.
6 minutes.
All right.
Sounds good.
We're gonna take a 6-minute break, guys. We will be back shortly after the timer expires, after just 6 short minutes. In the meantime, we're going to put on the SoundCloud playlist, throw up the intermission screen. But yeah, 6 minutes, we'll be back. We'll talk about something. It'll be round 4 very shortly. Thanks for sticking with us, guys, at Wednesday night, MTGCardmarket Modern.
Like a roaring ocean, slow in motion. Lay down your troubled mind. We are only kind and will kindly cease to be as we intertwine with the universe and its cosmic symphony. The smoke lingers after fire. The smoke lingers after fire. Blind in the potion, empty notion. Like a roaring ocean, slow in motion. The smoke lingers after fire. Lay down your troubled mind. We are only kind and will kindly cease to be as we emerges from beneath the sand. This can take me close, seems so far away. Across this universe, she lives another day. I know the reason she's hate. I know the reason she's so far away. I know the reason she's hate. I know the reason she's so far away.
All right, and we are back here, Wednesday night at MTG Card Market Modern. Dan is making his way in. Yeah, so there's 1 or 2 matches still currently going on out there, but you know, we've got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
in terms of upcoming Modern tournaments, is the closest one actually just Baltimore?
Well, Baltimore's not really a Modern tournament,
Well, okay,
right?
it's a team and there's a Modern component, but like, when is the next tournament you're going to play Modern, right? Like,
Well, the big ones that are coming up is SCG Regionals this weekend.
oh yeah, for sure.
That's going to be the first true test of the Modern format, right? Because we're going to have like 8, 9, 10 tournaments.
It
all
yields a ton of deck lists. There's a lot of spicy
There should be a
stuff
ton
that
of
wins
deck
these
lists,
things.
and that'll be a good segue into SCG Indianapolis, which I think is the next major.
Oh yeah, that's
Modern
that.
tournament.
Yeah, that's the weekend, like the 27th-ish of February, whatever.
Right,
something
I believe like yeah. So it's Pro Tour weekend this weekend,
Yeah,
right.
that's exciting too.
and then I believe it is Pittsburgh, which is standard GP Pittsburgh,
Yeah,
and then Baltimore, SCG
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore, and then SCG Indy, which will be the first like
Okay.
big
modern tournament.
tournament.
Yeah, I mean, and it's interesting because we'll see if, like, because right now the only data we really have, like, we have some league data, obviously, from MTGO.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the biggest tournaments we have are, like, the SCGs, right? So we're not 100% on...
Right, and the modern classics are fairly large. Don't get me
Right,
wrong;
I
they're,
mean- Mm-hmm.
they're like good 8-9 rounds. But you know, a lot of the better players will be still playing in the open, right? So
Right.
it might not be a true test of what the format actually looks like. And a lot of people, you know, there's no reason to innovate for a 5K, right?
Yeah.
The upside is fairly low. But, you know, come the Open, come the next GP,
Mm-hmm.
now we're going to see, like, if there's a new saucy deck that's available.
Right, you know, there's going to be someone who just bruised their way to, like, top 8 at GP, and it's going to be awesome.
Right. We currently haven't seen that many Aether Revolt cards other than Fatal Push scene inclusion. Renegade Rallier has made... you know,
Renegade Rallier has made some waves, though.
It has certainly made some waves. Just because, you know, putting something onto the battlefield is immensely powerful.
Yeah, I mean, this gets your fetch lands, this gets... Well, actually, what this really gets is this gets, like, Voice of Resurgence or, like, Tide Hollow Sculler.
Or, like, let's not even be fancy, right? This can just get back a Tarmogoyf.
Oh, sure. I mean, yeah, if you're playing it in that sort of Abzan list, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you crack a fetch land, you get a Tarmogoyf. Also, it has the ability to ramp you. Like, if you really want to, you can go fetch land, rally, or get back my fetch land.
Yeah, which is not, like, insignificant either. Just a lot of power. Fortuitously, it doesn't say CMC 3 or less, or we can get some crazy shenanigans with, like, getting one into another or, like, whatnot.
I mean, if this could get 3, you could get Ewit, you could get Liliana of the Veil, like...
Yeah,
It's kind of... That would... I feel
2
like...
already is powerful.
2 is extremely powerful,
I think
right?
1 might be fringe just because you could get land, but there's not really much on 1 that you want to get back.
Right, yeah, no, I think 2 is that sweet spot because, like, again, like, getting Voice of Resurgence with this seems insane against decks that aren't playing Path, right? Like, you're just like, oh, cool, I have a token, make it, like, make it bigger by another voice, I still have a voice in play, like, good luck.
Yeah, the Ojutai's command option of this card of buying back a creature is quite powerful.
Yeah, I guess it is like Ojutai's command. Talric, I'm still a fan of just swinging for 8 with step legs. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, because you buy your fetch land back, right? You just, like, hit all the landfalls. Woo! Okay. That is some damage. There was a list running around towards the, like, towards the end of last year, I think Hoogland played it a couple times. It did well at a European GP where it's like a scapeshift aggro list where basically you play like Knight of the Reliquary, plated GOP step links, and you just try to hit as many landfall triggers as you can. And also sometimes you randomly just scapeshift for like 6 landfall triggers and kill them with your Sphinx.
Yeah, there was the weird scapeshift for not Valakut, but just scapeshift for...
Scapeshift for lands, dude.
Just scapeshift for
you just
lands.
get lands out of your deck.
Yeah,
like, that's good.
4 lands cast on 4 is like, here's 4 more landfall triggers.
Right, you know, trigger, tag you for 8 with step links. My Knight of the Reliquary is enormous and never gonna die. Like, all that stuff. I mean, you know, I think that this, like, I think that the other card that we did actually see earlier today, Narnum, this one. So Narnum Renegade, I think this probably has a home somewhere in a zoo deck. You know, it's like a death touchy Kurd ape if you trigger Revolt, which is pretty good. But the other one, which I'm like pretty much skeptical on, is this guy, the Hidden Herbalist, or Hidden Herbalists, because it's just like sometimes it's really good, but like do these decks want 8 Burning Tree effects? Like that's my real question actually, is like, you know, I understand that going like this Burning Tree, Bushwhackers 12 damage on turn 2.
Yeah. Well, it's also important. It's important to point out that this is double green too. Like Burning Tree chains in the Bushwhacker.
Right. This does not chain Bushwhacker.
No, the number of cards that are excluded from this is fairly relevant. Plus, also, let's not forget, like if you have too many of these effects, you will draw them, and they will be bears.
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing is like.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sold on this card being good, but I guess if there's like an 8 Burning Tree deck out there, this is like this is
exactly what you want. If you wanted more Burning Tree effects, congratulations, you have
them now. Yeah, just like for what nefarious purposes did you want them?
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I think that there's obviously like the new. This card, Fatal Push, is probably going to be the most played card from Aether Revolt, just because like killing creatures is great. I've been playing 3 in Grixis Delver, maybe going to 4. Like you just like push snap push is so good, and killing someone's Tarmogoyf for like less than mana advantage for you is insane. The real question is, right, like. When my opponent plays Primeval Titan, like how sad do I want to be? Because that's sort of what you have to balance against. Is like
well, the cards that are being cut for Fatal Push are cards like Terminate or cards like Lightning Bolt, and they don't serve the same purpose, right? Like you can kill things. There are things that need to be killed that Fatal Push cannot hit.
Right, and like Planeswalkers, you can't Fatal Push a Planeswalker, but you can bolt it, right? Like,
right, and like if your opponent's at 2, you can't Fatal Push them. They're close to the ledge, but you cannot push them off.
This is true. It's actually interesting because in that situation, the Lightning Bolt is the Fatal Push that you need to win the game.
Right, right.
But like bad puns aside, I think that this card probably certainly has a home in Grixis, especially in Delver. Like it's insane in Delver. Like this weekend when I played it this weekend, I was consistently just like, oh, wow, this card does amazing. The fact that you can push Snap Push for 4 mana the way you can Bolt Snap Bolt leads to some really, really crazy plays. And just by crazy, I just mean like, it feels really good to have 4 lands in play, kill 2 of their creatures, make a 2/1.
Yes. It's not bad.
Yeah. Tarek says nobody is cutting Bolt for push. He does not believe you.
I would make the argument that you almost have to. They, especially if you play them in like a Jund-esque list, you just all of a sudden now you have too much removal. If you don't cut some number of bolts, what are you cutting? Right? You can cut all your Terminates, but if you don't want to go that line, like what you cut Abrupt Decays, you cut Pulse, like you're already very low on these cards as is, right? So something needs to be cut.
Fair enough.
Yeah, if you want to play, a couple of these.
Have you been cutting bolts in your Jund list?
I mean, I cut a bolt, I cut a Terminate, just to kind of split the
for
difference.
2 Fatal Pushes?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is definitely not, like, ideal. And I mean, it's still a fine card, right? But it's not like Jund was hurting on removal, right?
Yeah.
You already had a wealth of options.
I mean, I think that this is much bigger for, like, like for Grixis, and also Esper.
Abzan,
Abzan as
big
well,
boon
yeah.
for Abzan.
I think one of the things with with like Grixis, Abzan, etc. is just like 2 mana. It like 2 mana versus 1 mana is so much sometimes. Like it's honestly like obnoxiously a lot.
Well,
sometimes.
it's very easy to stall on like 2. It's very easy to stall on 3. If you stall on 2, this means that you can do something else in addition to this.
Right, like play Delver, push your thing.
Yeah, which is like a very high, high tempo play, as opposed to like spend my turn to terminate your nonsense.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and that's one of the reasons like why it is so good in Delver, right? Is like if you go Fatal Push and then like delve your whole yard for a Tasigur with another mana, like that's insane. It lets you start double spelling faster, which is what can really sort of turn some games in Modern. Is where like you get to play a spell and a creature, and they have to answer it with just a spell, and then like you're still ahead because if they answer with just a spell on your creature, then like you're still on the front foot to play another one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like this last round should be wrapping up.
Hopefully, jeez,
Yeah,
like what's going on out there? You want to go check real quick?
Yeah, I'll step outside and.
Okay, I'm gonna do some overlay setting. Ooh, Zas, you're still playing Mardu things. That's awesome. Are you playing like the Nahiri build, or are you doing other things? Like I'm only really familiar with the version that plays like Wall of Omens, Nahiri, Lingering Souls. Incidentally, that version sometimes plays Dark Confidant, which I love, because like why not play Emrakul in a deck with Dark Confidant, right? So, yeah, we will. So I think I managed to reset these overlays properly, but let's just give it a check. Awesome. Yeah, so Lingering Liliana and Bob. Okay, so no Nahiri Emrakul. Alright, well, sometimes if you want to gamble with flipping an Emrakul to your Bob, though, there's only one deck in Modern that really does that, so, just hope for it. But, I mean, I think that I don't know. I guess this does, like, maybe make Mardu better. It's just, like, the question of Mardu becomes, like, what's on your 2-drop, like, sort of similar to Goyf that just, like, lets you just, like, play it and be like, rawr, get you. Because that's the biggest thing about green, right, is, like, when you have Goyf, you're not missing any threats on turn 2. Whereas, like, Bob is good because it draws you cards, but it also doesn't attack. So I guess you can play, like, more grinding control. Yeah, so, yeah, Verts with the Meat Boy emojis. Yeah, no, Bob is, there's been some insane Bob matches that we've cast on this stream. I have to say that, honestly, like, games with Bob where you're, like, getting down, like, single-digit life, and you're like, oh, what am I gonna flip? I did watch a game, this was, like, a win and in at my first GP that I went to, where friend is at 4, friend flips over 4-mana Garrick, friend dies and loses the game. Alright, so we've got stuff.
Alright, let's see.
You already saw them.
Okay. Give
us a second. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's this way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna order off this menu real good. Do what makes you, do what your heart desires. All right, Dan's gonna hop out of the booth. He's gonna get us a match. It's gonna be great. Yeah. So while he's doing that, I should just mention that this stream is sponsored by MTGCardmarket.com. We are a store on the north side of Chicago, just off the Belmont Red Line stop. If you're in the area, definitely come in. There are events, I believe, every single weeknight at the shop. And, there are also, as you can see on the other way, as you can see this way, this side of the screen, we have 1K PP2Q coming up later in March. You should also know that if you want to play Standard Game Day, the Standard Game Day here is now a 1K, so your entry into that gets you a shot at, a top 8 with $1,000 in cash going to the top 8. Yeah, no, it's a great shop, and we appreciate their support in in everything that this stream does. Hopefully Dan will have a match for us shortly. But yeah, if you're in or around Chicago, like definitely come through. There's standard, there's draft. Standard on Mondays and Fridays is win a box. So, if you do really well at that, then like just win the box at like a small event or something. So like there's pretty good prize support. Modern is always drawing like 30 plus people, which is really nice. Just like a huge room of people playing Modern feels really good. And yeah, so come find us on come find us on the north side of Chicago. We definitely love to have anyone who wants to play in here jam some games. Dan should be back shortly. Said that. Yeah, okay. So all right, so what's going on in the chat here? Ooh, KEMTG. I had a Mardu control variant with Bob, Lillian, and Johnny, and it kills with Shambling Vents. Whew, that's amazing. Also, Dave PT0, thanks for the follow. Definitely appreciate your support of the stream. Killing with Shambling Vents is excellent, by the way, KEMTG. That's just like, you see your death coming, and you can do nothing to stop it, because it's like, just turn after turn. Man, whew, that is brutal stuff. Yeah, so we should be getting round 4 very shortly. Get this adjusted. Yeah, so it's been a pretty good night, excepting some technical difficulties. It's went pretty well. We saw some good Modern, we saw some Tron do Tron things, the new Death Shadow Jun list, good mix of stuff tonight. We also saw the new Cheerios list, and I think that the guy who was on Cheerios, I believe, is 3-0 tonight. So, I'm not sure that he's going to be featured. Okay, so Dan is back. Dan, who are we watching?
We are watching Sam Schultz.
All right. We're going to throw down the play overlay.
Yeah, and he's going to be playing against Scott Rubin.
Okay. Sam's on the left here, yeah.
Yeah. Sam's going to be on Esper Gifts.
Esper Gifts?
Esper Gifts.
Oh, I love it. All right.
And not exactly sure what Scott is on.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, so we'll get Sam Schultz here. Yeah, so this should be interesting. Esper Gifts. So Sam has been playing Esper for a couple weeks now. I know that last week he was playing the Esper Transcendent list. That is has like a pretty big following online. And when I say following, I do sort of mean like people are really excited about the possibility of Narset Transcendent being like a modern playable planeswalker. Did you know that Narset Transcendent enters the battlefield and pluses to 7?
Yeah.
That's so much.
I would rather play Gideon, though.
Gideon Allied Zendikar?
Yeah.
You're not wrong. I mean, I'm not sure that that's great, but like that's the theory behind it at least.
It at least, applies a clock.
Yes.
Actually, quite a quick
Narset
clock.
applies a clock to your opponent never casting a non-creature spell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So ooh, what is going on in this hand? So it looks like Scott is going to be on Bant Eldrazi, and Sam is going to be on Esper Gifts. And it looks like Scott is going to mulligan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Looks like he was unlocking green sources in that deck.
Probably not what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Alright. Bant Eldrazi. Sam, with a Jace Vryn's Prodigy, Gifts Ungiven, Lingering Souls, 4 lands. Jace Vryn's Prodigy.
Yeah, I don't hate it, especially in an Esper Gifts deck. You just get the opportunity to...
flashing back Gifts seems insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually somewhat crazy.
Yeah. Also, just make sure Gifts pile is more interesting, right? Because now all of a sudden you can add Jace as one of them. You can add Jace Snapcaster. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of options now.
And thanks to Jin Return for the follow. Definitely appreciate the support of the stream. Looking at the hand here now for Scott. Okay. He's got Hierarch, Drowner, Cavern.
3 lands, and another Drowner. So...
I think it's 4 lands, Hierarch, Drowner.
No, he mulliganed.
Right, so that's 6. 4 lands, Hierarch, Drowner. These are all 4 lands.
No, that's the Drowner at the end.
Right,
1, 2, 3.
Drowner, Hierarch, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a full art forest next to the Hierarch.
Gotcha. I thought that was the second Drowner.
Yeah. Main deck Ewit is something that we've seen before. So Alex Perez, who we saw earlier, does or has in the past, I don't know if he does anymore, has played main deck Ewit, and it's like
It's not terrible.
it's not terrible. In a slower meta game, I would like it a lot more. But like, I'm also not super sure on Scott's Mulligan here. I think that's something like, yeah, you're not going to play the Drowner until turn 5, but like, you have a bunch of lands in a hierarch, right? Like, anything you draw into is good.
I think I would have been inclined to keep that, just because, you know, now you're really looking to get lucky on 5, right? Because this deck draws a lot of non-functional hands. Because you are playing 5-6 drops.
If you think about this, right? So this is a great way to think about mulligans. The worst card in that hand is probably one of the lands.
Correct.
But the 5 of 3 lands Hierarch Drowner is a hundo P keep every time.
Yes.
So I like keeping that.
Yeah, I think I would have favored keeping that.
It also has a scry.
Yeah.
So see, this is like a wow. So it's like a Temple Garden Bird's Path. Wow. Okay, so he might not get punished. Just play the birds. And then Stirrings.
Birds, Stirrings, try to find something.
I mean, Sam is on a pretty slow deck. Granted, Sam also has access to Wrath. Scott is on the play, though. He's going to shock here.
See him the 18 and see if he leads with the birds or
I like leading with... Well, if you... okay, this is fine. 2, so land is a possible hit. Land is a possible hit. Drowner's a possible hit. I feel like you got to take a land here.
Yeah, and there was also a Smasher as well.
Yeah, I just think that's not a tenable take.
Yeah,
I think that's a Seagate Wreckage is the other land.
Yeah, I especially like the birds play, because if you draw Temple,
you just get to play Thought Knot.
you just get to play Thought Knot, right? Whereas now, like next turn, we're just not doing
that's
anything.
not in your graveyard. The land is in your hand. There you go.
Yeah.
Sam plays a tapped Hallowed Fountain. Also has a Concealed Courtyard. I kind of like playing that first, but whatever. I'm not sure that matters that much. So this will be a Birds of Paradise and a Passing of the Turn. Sam one tap draw. See, the thing is like without the Fatal Push, though, this Esper deck really just does not punish the birds at all. This is going to be a Jace Vryn's Prodigy on the table. Matter Reshaper in hand for Scott. So, he can just, like, play Thought Knot.
Yes.
Which is, like, sort of Sam's worst nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, Sam's going to get a lot of value looting with this Jace, but...
But, like, so... Or he can go Path Reshaper. I don't know what your thought on that is.
I think I like the Thought Knot play much better.
Just like acquire the information, get inside.
Make sure you get it down on the field.
Yeah. The critical thing here is he'll be able to exile a Lingering Souls.
Yeah, which is going to be quite good.
Okay, well, there's 2 of them now, so maybe you just take the gifts instead? So, 3 lands, gifts. Oh, yeah, gotta read that. Gifts ungiven with a lot of text.
So this is actually going to be quite complicated, right? So Sam's hand is going to be a 3-land Lingering Souls. So do you care about the second Lingering Souls or the gifts? And I think you care more about the gifts.
Yeah.
The Lingering Souls are going to represent a lot of power, but
Just got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Draw from Sam is
yeah.
So we're just...
So I just like, just loot away one of the Lingering Souls. Yeah, loot away one of the Lingering Souls, play land this turn, hard cast Lingering Souls, the next turn you can double flashback.
Right, and that's a lot of power. And also, like, the Thought Knots here can't really attack into that, but it also doesn't block great.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of... And then, so I think he's going to discard a land instead and just play a Lingering Souls. But I do agree with you that, like, maybe he just wants to get the maximum number of tokens. Yeah.
Also, I mean, with a hand literally full of land, you might as well discard one, because you're never going to... You don't want the 5th or 6th one.
Drowner the draw. So I think you go, like, attack, and then with Reshaper, you play Reshaper and you Path. So Sam will block with a Lingering Souls token. I think you play Reshaper and you Path the Jace, right?
I think you're inclined to Path. It's just, like, at what point do you want Path? And then probably, if you're going to Path, it should be on upkeep.
I mean, he can activate in response, though. I like pathing when it's tapped. He doesn't get another loot.
Right. So you have the problem here is, like, what if Sam plays a fetch land?
Yeah, and then you could potentially put all the cards in the graveyard. But he's not going to. He's going to draw. Draws a Serum Visions. Discards the Lingering Souls. Okay, so now he is going to get the double flashback. So it didn't matter really what order he did it in.
Right. The discarding the Lingering Souls can be at any time. Scott's going to double check the back of this. Jace does do a lot of things. You can flashback Lingering Souls for 1 extra mana.
I'm not sure that's good, Dan.
I mean, if you don't have black.
sure.
You can flashback Lingering Souls for white and 2.
Okay. Sam, plenty of black mana, though.
Yeah.
Jesus. Enough black mana that I think he's just going to have 4 spirit tokens on board at the end of this.
Yeah, but I mean, Scott's got a reasonable clock here too, right? He's got 7 power that he's attacking with.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's say Scott hypothetically.
I mean, you don't want to trade your TKS for 4 souls tokens, though.
Do you not?
I don't know. I actually have no idea.
You're trading it for a full card.
Draw for the turn as Eternal Witness. I feel like that. So, like, I really like pathing the Jace. Okay, so he's just going in twice. He's just like, no fear. Thought Knot's gonna die. Unless he passes a token here and just blows him out. Ooh. Oh, and then he can E-wit the path back.
Yep. But even then, I don't hate this at all.
Oh, no. I mean, this is actually... I kind of like this. Because he drew the E-wit, this is kind of nutty. Sam's going to go to 16 because he did not block the Matter Reshaper.
Yeah. The flashing back of the Lingering Souls is also interesting, too, because this means that you can loot more cards with Jace.
Right. Absolutely. If I'm Scott here, I'm 100% playing the E-wit, rebuying the path, getting ready to path that Jace.
Mm-hmm. Just, in terms of mana efficiency... I can also see him taking the land if he wants to get the Drowner mana. But because he's only at 4 right now, he would need,
He
2
need
land drops
one.
anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's got the path back. And he's got Sam on the back foot.
For sure.
I'd have to imagine Sam has some number of Wraths, though, right?
Yeah, you almost certainly
Also,
have
the thing is, Sam can flip the Jace if he goes fetch land, Serum Visions, activate.
Yes. I don't know if he necessarily wants to flip the Jace, because the Jace will now just get attacked to death.
That's true. Jace pluses to 6, and yeah, there's a lot of power. But he could block with the token? Yeah, I don't know.
But, I mean, then we're just chumping, right? And we have
Yeah.
nothing to flashback anyways.
That's true. Not a lot of value on flipping the Jace now, I
Right,
guess.
right. You do know your opponent has a path, though, so if you want to flip the Jace, I mean, this is your clear opportunity to do so.
Right. We'll see what he does here, but if he goes for the Serum Visions, he's going to flip it, so... Serum Visions activated.
He can
Draw
also...
card, scratch you.
Yeah, he can also just get a free block out of
Ooh,
this
path
as well.
on top, though.
Yep.
Pretty good.
So this is... I would almost be inclined to not loot and just get a free block from this.
Whoa, but now he has to... Now he gets to path 2 things.
Sure.
He's going to flip the Jace, and then he's going to go path your Reshaper, path your Thought Knot.
Which is quite good.
Yeah. Like, sure, you do ramp him to Drowner, I guess. Oh, no, he's just going to plus it. He's going to target the Reshaper with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this lets him trade the Souls token for the E-Wit should there be an attack.
Right. Matter Shaper still has 1 toughness.
He also has another Souls in hand that he can just cast and flash back right now. So this game has suddenly gone very swingy on us.
I mean, I think Scott's still in a good shape. Sam having access to double path, though, is pretty backbreaking.
Yeah.
Here, I like flashing back the
Playing Lingering Souls?
just casting Lingering Souls. It give you additional blockers
I think
in
upkeep
case something.
he's going to go path. Oh, no, upkeep he's going to go Esper Charm. You discard 2 cards. Oh, yes. So at this point, I think I path the Spirit token, right? I'm going to lose the cards anyways.
Yeah, he might be thinking of pathing his own, like, creature.
Sure. Nope.
But
Get that Spirit token
Yeah.
off my table, he says. I mean, the Jace is going to live, though, because the Thought Knot's just going to get pathed on attack, right?
yeah. I mean, this means that Jace would go to 3.
Yep. Then you have to cash it into flashback, I guess.
Right. I didn't realize that Sam had Esper Charm in hand, which makes the not casted the Lingering Souls make a lot more sense. We'll see who Scott is going after, though. It looks like...
I think he might have just attacked Sam.
Yeah, I like the attack at Sam, though, because...
Nope, he attacked the Jace. Okay. Because the Witness hit it.
Did the Reshaper not?
Yeah, the Jace should maybe be at 3. We should maybe go find that out.
Okay. We'll go double check.
Yeah, just confirm life totals, I guess. Yeah, so Dan's going to go out, make sure that we have accurate information about what's happening this match. Noble Hierarch the draw from Scott. He'll put that into play. Okay, he doesn't have Drowner in hand anymore, so it doesn't matter, I guess. And TKS should be exiled, yes. Draw step, Tasigur. Wow, okay. So now Sam is really in a good spot here. He has like 7 lands in play. He can plus the Jace. He can play a Tasigur for 1 mana. He can... The world is his oyster.
It looks like Maori Shaper attacked the player.
Okay, so 14-0. Okay. So, as I was saying, so Sam drew a Tasigur.
Not a bad draw.
And I think he's going to play it here. He's going to get rid of his whole graveyard except for Path and... Oh, no, he's going to... Oh, wow, okay, yeah. So Tasigur plus Flashback Lingering Souls. I think Sam is ahead.
Yeah, this is quite a big field. And one of the problems with the Eldrazi deck is that it's hard to come back from fields like this, right? Because Reality Smasher and Drowner are like your over-the-top cards.
Mm-hmm. Engineered Explosives draw. EE0 is not the
EE0 is
worst.
not bad.
I mean, he'd like to have it on two. Like, the problem is that, okay, so since they... Wait, is Jace EE... Is Jace 0 or is Jace 2?
Jace is 2.
It's 2 now? Okay,
Yeah.
that change up also applies to the Flipwalkers.
Correct.
So Scott's just like, put EE for 0 into play, crack it. Zorch.
Mm-hmm.
Activate birds.
No,
attack with birds. Put your Jace down to 4 and pass. But again, like, I don't know if Scott is winning right now.
No, because like now Sam is in I mean, he can flashback Esper Charm. He can just
flashback Esper Charm is so good.
He can just start drawing cards from Tasigur.
Yeah.
Has a Snapcaster in hand.
Snapcaster's insane with the path too, right? Like just path your Reshaper, hit with the Tasigur. Ooh.
Alright.
He's just gonna Divination.
Which, you know...
Esper Charm, good card, guys.
Yes.
Play more.
The problem, though, now is the Jace is going to die from
the bird.
The birds.
Unless you path the birds. Or you Brutality the birds.
Yeah, unless we Brutality here.
I mean, the Jace does die if you, like, want to Abyss yourself with the dudes.
The thing is, like, if you Brutality, though, the Jace still dies. So Sam might be priced... If he wants to keep the Jace around, he might be priced into...
Pathing a bird.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Scott also just drew a Drowner.
Pretty good. Now the Jace dies not for sure. You can tap the Tasigur, though, and go after it. But, again, Path is a good card.
Yeah, it's just that Jace being so far away from Flashback, not terribly threatening, and Scott,
Right.
you know, he's assembling, he's getting pretty close to lethal here.
Is he?
I mean, he's got 12 power on board. If we draw a reality smasher, like this
We're
is
in
a
business,
lot of
yeah.
damage.
That's fair.
I mean, you know that Sam just drew 2 cards from Esper Charm, and you know that's pretty powerful.
Esper Charm is really good.
But you know, Sam could have whiffed. Like this is step 1 to winning the game, right? We assemble enough power that like we're threatening.
You're like the John Madden, Dan.
Am I?
If you assemble enough power to kill your opponent, you'll win the game. All right, Ewit at U, Matter Reshaper at Jace. Sam's like, path your Reshaper, or well, I guess you kind of need to path that Drowner though. Jace is just gonna die. Sam's gonna go to 12. Okay. I don't hate it. Now we get the path. Oh yeah, okay, so get that Drowner out of here. The Drowner does need to be exiled, though. This will matter if there's another Ewit, or a Displacer blinking Ewit or something, but... So now... Sam is going to tap 6 mana. Oh my god!
Hardcast Elishnoy.
Dude, when you get to 7 mana, what's the best thing you can put into play to kill your opponent's whole board?
This is truly disgusting.
Matter Reshaper Death Trigger? Death Tree? Yeah, okay.
You're gonna remember?
Flip over, get the Thought-Knots here.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yo, nice 2-2.
Whatever.
Nice 4-mana. Oh, Thoughtseize to get rid of it too. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think this has impelled a scoop. Wow. Whew. Oh, my.
Well, the Elishnoy makes sense, right? Because you have
You
that
have the
barrier.
gifts package.
You have the gifts package.
Oh, my God, though. Blowout?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
When you get to 7 mana and your opponent has, like, 5 creatures on board with toughness 2 or less, I mean...
Nice 3/3 Drowner.
Oh, he pathed the Drowner, though.
Oh, yeah.
He pathed the
But,
Drowner, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, but just, like, generally, anything, like, your Reality Smasher's at 3/3. Oh, jeez. That was just, like, a 5-for-1. By putting Elishnorn into play.
Yeah, I mean, Elishnorn does cost 7, though. You want your 7 drops to be good.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's just, like, the value accrued. Kill 5 of your guys, like, jeez.
Yeah, it looks like Scott is debating whether or not he wants to board and rest in peace.
I really like it. I really, really like it against this deck.
So if it was just Snapcaster, I would not board and rest in
Right.
peace. But, so you know your opponent has Snapcaster, Jace, Tassiger, and Lingering Souls. All of a sudden, you're shutting off a significant
Presumably
number
on
of cards.
burial rights, too.
Yeah, presumably on burial rights.
And
too.
gifts, yes, gifts ungiven.
Yeah, so, like, I like the rest in peace here.
I like it a lot. I like it so much, actually. Oh, man. Ooh, he's got it. Scott has an Elspeth. Whoa, you talk about 6-mana planeswalkers that do stuff.
I mean, are there many other 6-mana Planeswalkers?
I don't know. There's a couple bad Lilianas. I don't know if they're 6-mana, I guess.
Most of the bad ones are at 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. How many CMC 6 planeswalkers are there, I wonder? And what are they? I'm pretty sure there has to be a bad Chandra at 6 mana, right?
Good Chandra's at 6. The one standard.
Oh, Flamecaller? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
6 types, planeswalker.
I can't think of very many at 6, though.
I know. It's weird. It's a weird spot.
Yeah, there's a lot of 5. I know that.
Yeah, there are a lot of 5. Oh, we have, alright, we're searching. Okay, so the new Ajani is 6. There's a Johnny. Oh, there's one from
the dual deck that
yeah.
doesn't count.
No, dude, Chandra Ablaze is like probably the worst one at 6, right?
Yeah.
I mean, plus discard a card, but if it's red, you get to Flame Lash. Not a huge fan.
Well, you can Flame Lash face too, though. All right, so that's like stoke the flames.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
More stuff. There's Garrett Caller of Beasts.
Which still a small amount of play.
Okay. There's Soren Markov, very popular for that -3. Your opponent's life total becomes 10.
Mm-hmm. I imagine a little more relevant in Commander, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Soren Grim Nemesis.
Soren Grim Nemesis is
Sure.
on 6. And Teferi Temporal Archmage, which I know is popular in
The Commander one.
EDH as
Yeah.
well. Also, yeah, the Planeswalker deck Tezzeret. But yeah, okay, so like 6-mana Planeswalker is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 is kind of occupied by Karn,
Karn and also Garrick, Apex Predator.
which kills Karn.
He does kill Karn.
They both kill each other.
Yeah, it's like it's a classic like whoever shoots first loses because they play their card and you plus it, then hopefully like they didn't like stone rain you off of Garrick mana and then you kill their Garrick and you kill their card with it. Pretty good.
That's it, yeah.
So that was a mull of 5 for Scott. Let's see if this game is going to be better. He's got a no lander though.
Yeah, this is just not keepable.
Sam looking at Elishnorn in the opener, but 3 lands, Supreme Verdict, 2 Serum Visions. I feel like I'm not a good Esper Gifts player, but I'm also snapping that off because I like drawing cards.
Yeah, the double Serum Visions, let you redraw into like things that are relevant. Also, Supreme Verdict is good against anything but Thought-Knot Seer.
The number of times, Dan, I had a Supreme Verdict in my hand, like ready to win the game for me, Thought-Knotted, the turn before I cast it during Eldrazi Winter. Way too high, dog.
Well, how about Displacer Thought-Knot on draw step? It's like, oh, you draw.
The games never went that long. I was just dead.
Oh, you just dead?
Yeah, they were just like, oh, kill you. I mean, you were playing blue-white Eldrazi, so that actually like would matter sometimes.
It felt great to take the, like, oh, you had the one of Ansler. Well, let me go ahead and take that.
God. Oh, yeah, no, that was just like, I don't even know. That was like the worst EV-GP. I went to that GP with Jeskai and was like, YOLO, no twin, gonna play Jeskai Control, and just got stomped.
Didn't you fight for that?
I did 5-4 that.
Okay. Good
One
memories.
lander for Scott, but I feel like you're keeping this.
All right, so it's Engineered Explosive Displacer,
Rest in peace.
Rest in Peace.
Reshaper. Oh, is that a bird? Oh, he's going to go to 5 again. Oh, unfortunate for Scott. I'm not a hundo P on board with that mulligan.
Yeah, so this one was certainly a lot more loose than the last one, right? If we kept this. But the problem is, like, you had to go runner land,
That's true.
right? And since you're on a play,
You don't get the draw step.
you don't get the like you don't even have a play. You don't have birds or anything, right? So you have no turn 1 play. Your turn 2 play, if you find a land, is Rest in Peace, which is not really great.
Honestly, Rest in Peace is so good against Sam's deck.
Right, but you want to be doing something a little more proactive,
Sure.
right?
I mean, I don't disagree with that.
If this game goes to like turn 30, you will lose the game,
Yes.
right? So
Elish Norn. Oh, man. The real icing on the cake, though, was play Elish Norn, everything on your board dies, Reshaper gets a death trigger. And, okay, this is so bad, though. He's got, like, Temple. I think you have to keep this.
I think you keep this.
I hope he keeps Scry. Oh, the spooky look, it's a negate bot for
Definitely,
sure.
yeah. Not close.
Negate, not close. Give him the head shake. Yeah, this is not good. What is that blue card? Is it a blue card? Next to the Hierarch. Yeah, that one.
Not exactly sure. That might be a displace. No, that might be a Sky Spawner.
Is it, though? We're about to find
So
out.
we got Flood Strand into probably Hallowed Fountain or Watery Grave.
Yeah.
Yeah, into Ascent Visions.
Yeah. This is one of the things with Bant Eldrazi, right? Like, you just sometimes don't have keepable hands down to 5.
Yeah, if Scott like can go runner in a land, I think he's in reasonable shape.
True that.
If he doesn't,
Thoughtseize and another one.
yeah.
I don't know what the card next to the Hierarch is, but oh, what a god. Oh, rip the
Alright.
land. Get that. Now, do you Ancient Stirrings? Like a savage, or do you...
I like the Noble Hierarch. Like, we really just need to develop our mana.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't even Ancient Stirrings and cast something, so like, what's the
Right.
point even?
Yeah, I mean, and we know that Sam has Thoughtseize on top. I think he wants Temple Garden here. Oh, is it on the top? It's almost on the top. Oh, yeah. Temple Garden. So... Yeah. Exciting land top deck.
Alright, so let's see if he agrees with our assessment and plays Noble, and he does.
Oh, it's an island. Oh,
Oh.
he's totally fine.
Oh yeah, well, it's a little awkward, right? You
Yeah.
have Temple Island as your
Oh,
hand.
Sam is like, wait, I don't have black. Oh, I have Darkstalk Shores. Never mind. Thoughtseize you. And take your something. Sam's like, take the Smasher. The Unseen Smasher is definitely the deadlier one. The one in the top 5 cards that's going to just get, like, drawn and played.
Yeah, so Scott can still Stirrings into Thought Knot.
Yes. Yes, he can. What a good card, everybody. Can we just have a chat? Press 1 if you feel like Ancient Stirrings is good. Like, this card is so good. Oh, my God.
Press 1. What is this? What is this poll thing?
I mean, hey, man, I'm just trying to get people to, engage in stuff, right? So looking at Scott, looking at his hand here, is like, oh yes, I shall cast Ancient Stirrings and probably find a Thought Knot. Cavern, Hierarch, Stirrings. No. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, I
man.
mean, I think you take Cavern here.
Yeah, the Cavern's just the best pick, but oh man, that's pretty brutal.
That is pretty hard. I mean, he's just like, oh wow, my top 5 cards were really bad. This is like Ancient. I mean, okay, so Ancient Stirrings is essentially Mega Ponder.
Yes, I mean it could have been worse, right? Scott could have been forced to draw all 5 of these.
You're not wrong.
Well, like,
Ooh, attack you for 1. I like this.
yeah, at least
Not losing, keeping calm in the face of attack you for 1 with Hierarch is my
Right.
best play.
Imagine if those 5 cards were Scott's next draw steps. Like he'd be so.
sad.
Yeah.
Untap and a draw step here. Again, like, he can cast basically everything. Oh, but he drew... I mean, he can also play the Forest, but he'll pass. And now Sam is going to...
See, I don't like the non-attack with Noble Hierarch though.
Like, what are you... like, they block. Okay.
All right, that's fine. Maybe they take 1.
Ooh, draw Fatal Push. Discard Elishnorn.
Are we going to reanimate? Do we have it?
Please have it.
Oh no, we have gifts, so we have Unburial Rights next turn.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, just go for like. Oh, and also that Jace gets to flip.
That-
Zwarp? Wait, what? What happened? Oh, so this happens before the land. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. G plus. Yeah, plus your Hierarch. Play my land. Say go.
Yep.
And now you go draw step. Oh.
That's hey, look, the Smasher conveniently attacks for 6.
No, you don't say, Daniel. Sam's like, shit. Please have mercy. I mean, I guess he's like doesn't care because he can get in burial rights. Oh, he has blessed lines. Oh no. No.
Savage.
Oh. Oh no. Oh. Oh. This one is slightly more controversial, but press 1 if you feel bad for Scott. Like, this is when Blessed Alliance is so good.
Yeah.
Like, most of the time it's, like, pretty marginal, but the rest of the time it's like, trigger, Blessed Alliance you. Ugh. Oh, he's also getting gain 4 life. Ooh, man. Hueski, no mercy, pressing 0. Does not feel bad for Scott. I guess, like, that's an Eldrazi hate thing, though. I can understand. Alright. So, gonna play Tapped Hallowed Fountain and swing it on back.
Yeah.
So in the terms of, like, dead, I'm feeling like Scott's not in a great spot.
Scott is, not in a great spot.
Sam's gonna plus on the Noble Hierarch and cast Flashback Lingering Souls. Like, the thing is like, Sam still has, like, gifts in hand.
Yeah, so this is going to make Elishnorn, like, super lethal.
The classic, the super lethal Dan?
Yeah.
Thought Not Seer, though. Okay, give me the... Oh, well... Funny story about that. You know what's really cool? Is Ghost Quarter turns on Fatal Push, so you can kill that Thought Knot with it.
It does. It does. I mean, Supreme Verdict, Fatal Push, gifts, right?
This is basically, like, worst case scenario. And anything you Oh, I guess it gets exiled, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But, like... You're not... I mean, I guess if he casts Verdict, he blows up his own Souls tokens?
Yeah, so I think, like, you have to take gifts here, right? It's just so much flexibility.
I'd take gifts, no question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is draw
He's
2.
like, yeah, no, I mean, but Scott is just like, oh. But yeah, this is, like, potentially reanimating Elishnorn, like...
Well, the Fatal Push immediately answers the...
Oh, the Thought Knot.
Yeah.
With Ghost Quarter, I agree. Okay. Untap.
Also, the problem with this play is Sam can gifts for Fatal Push and Path to Exile.
Dude, isn't it awesome?
And then, like, if you put it in the graveyard, he just flashes it back with Jace. But if he leaves it in the hand, then you just hardcast it.
Yeah, so, like, this is just going to be a one-mana Tasigur.
Also fine.
Delve some cards. Leave Elishnorn because you got to get that spicy reanimate at some point in your life. Attack you for 4.
Okay.
Eldrazi, again, with no engineered explosives, pretty low on answers to Lingering Souls. Draw step, Thought Knot Seer. Okay.
I mean, this is...
It could be, I mean, you just gifts in response, right?
Or you don't.
Or
You have Supreme Verdict.
But now you can get another Supreme Verdict.
Oh, now you can just... you can just put 2 cards in the graveyard from this.
You could. You could also...
So
okay,
you can
he's
just
gonna
unbury, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
You
I
don't
don't...
have...
Yo, you know what's really good combo with Elishnorn?
Lingering Souls?
You got it, Dan.
Got it?
One guess.
Yeah. Yep. So just to clarify with the gifts I'm given, you can choose. It says choose 4 cards, but if you're searching a hidden zone, you can always fail to find.
Yeah, so you can be like, I don't know, man. These are the only 2 cards of unique names I have in my whole deck, and that's like a legal thing.
Yep.
And yep.
You can always fail to find, which is why you crack a
So
fail to
put
find.
Lingering Souls in my graveyard. Put this in my graveyard. Exile this to Thought Knot. There's some confusion, but I think it's gonna be okay.
Yep. And
so I think he just has like super lethal when he plays Elishnorn, right?
yes, because that's going to be 12 power.
No,
just
it's
there.
at 13. So it's not everything, but it's
It's
a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're just confirming what happened. Sam should not have that gifts ungiven
Gifts,
in hand.
graveyard. No. Speak with him, Judge.
I
Guys?
think I realize on draw step.
Guys, Oh, there it is.
He realized did not have a
Did
free
not
link.
have a free rebuy of this.
Yeah.
Get Elish Norn. Kill your dudes. Hierarch dies. Hierarch dies.
Hierarch dies.
Hierarch dies.
Thought Master 2/2s.
Hierarch dies. Marg. Play a land. 17.
Conveniently, just enough to
Also
flashback
Lingering Souls. Man, this Esper gift deck though, I am loving this.
Yeah, so now you can abyss your opponents with like.
You're just
Tasigur.
gonna kill them.
Well, Tasigur is threat lethal, right?
Yup. Go to attacks. Beats.
Yeah.
I mean, so this is like, what, 12 unblockable in the air? That's going to do
Yeah,
it.
it is
He's
good
going to
enough.
get the hand. All right. Okay, yeah. So that's going to do it. Sam Schultz is going to take this one 2-0. Esper gifts over Bant Eldrazi. We'll kick it back up to the booth for a second. That was just like Esper gifts doing Esper gifts things. I mean, granted,
absolutely.
like Scott mulled a 5 both games, but I guess that is like the risk of Eldrazi. Like sometimes you go turn 2 Thought Knot on the play and it's like really good, and other times like you draw these openers that just don't have gas
Right.
whatsoever.
And I mean, like Scott wasn't completely out of that game either, right? Like,
Yeah.
not only did he maul the 5 both games, but he then proceeded to draw pretty terribly as well.
Yeah.
Like Ancient Stirrings into effectively, 5 misses, and then just like the following draw steps, just not really cooperating.
Yeah.
I gave the gifts player just too much time. And then, with that time, there's not much you can do about it.
Right. I mean, that the gift deck is super inevitable. So I mean, like Elish Norn plus Lingering Souls is just so much damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And even just Lingering Soul beats, like, Absent has won many a game just from, like,
4 Lingering Soul tokens.
yeah, here's 2, here's 4 in the air. You can't deal with this, so that's how you win.
Yeah. Okay, so that is going to do it for tonight. It's getting pretty late here, so we're going to call it a wrap. Thanks, everyone, for sticking with us tonight. No, we had technical difficulties, but we recovered decently.
Yeah.
We'll be back next Wednesday with another Night of Modern.
Yeah, just a couple quick things before we sign off here. Like on the side that way, no, this way. We've got a standard 1K PPTQ on March 25th. We also have a 1K game day in 2 weeks. So if you're in the Chicagoland area and want to play,
Standard for 1K.
yeah, why not, right? I believe it's $30 entry for the game day, and yeah, this is you're gonna play for the promos and
$1,000.
yeah, fair bit of cash as well. Other than that, the stream is sponsored by MTGCardmarket. If you're in the Chicagoland area, or if you're going to upcoming GPs, feel free to stop by the store, stop by the booth, say hello. We'll be having in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be having promotional codes for the website, the MTGCardmarket website, for various discounts and whatnot. So stay with us. We've had quite a fun time casting this for you guys. So.
Yeah, definitely. Tonight was really good. Thanks, everyone, again for sticking with us. Have a good night, everyone. We're signing off.
Yeah.